1 week with a live show. We have a new Disney Plus series. We have new amazing comic books coming. We have free comic book day, and we have special announcements coming from amazing artists and writers. It's been an incredible week, and just wait to hear what else is coming. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Married with Comics. I'm your host, Laura. Now, on Sunday, we had our 250 subscriber live giveaway, which we had a couple technical glitches, but I think everyone does on their very first live show. It was a lot of fun, and I really appreciate everyone who tuned in. Now, we did do our giveaway, but we didn't just do one giveaway, we did 3 giveaways. Why? Because we like changing things up and keeping you all on your toes. So yes, we do have our 500 subscriber giveaway for people who are commenting in the comment section, of course, on our videos. But does that mean that's going to be the only giveaway? No. Will I announce them when we get closer to 500? Maybe. And some of it may be a surprise during our next live giveaway. You're just going to have to tune in and enjoy the fun. Now, we did have a bit of mutiny that took place after the live show. So for those of you that noticed, we finished the live show, and then I think it was 10 minutes after everything was said and done, the live show restarted. And Scott and I certainly weren't there. It was a dark room, and I couldn't turn off the live stream remotely. We had left the house to go run an errand. So I genuinely think that the dogs planned a mutiny since we did not include them in the last live stream. So thankfully, you did not have random dog tails at least showing up on the video, but I will make sure that they all make a grand appearance during the next live show, because apparently if they don't get their camera time, someone else takes over the video feed. Just saying. I have learned my lesson. So, first things first. What If is the TV series that dropped on Disney Plus today. It's an animated series, and it is incredibly well done. So it is the concept of, what if Steve Rogers never became Captain America? What if one event prevented that from happening and Peggy Carter became Captain America, or in this particular case, Captain Carter? I have been so excited for this series pretty much since I saw the trailer. Now, if you have not watched the TV series Peggy Carter, it's on Disney Plus. I highly recommend both seasons. They were incredibly well done. I love the character, thus the art print. So when I heard that she was getting a chance to be really featured in a new series, I was all on board. I loved the first issue. I can't wait to see what other twists and turns happen along the way, but I'm just saying, I've got my little Captain America shirt, but I need a Captain Carter t-shirt now. Target, you need to give me the hookup. Just saying. Second big thing that happened this week is we got some pretty big announcements from different writers and artists. So the first one was James Tynion IV. James Tynion IV announced that he is leaving DC. Oh my goodness. So that means he is going to stop writing Batman as of issue 117. And he will stop writing Joker as of issue 14. He's said that he is not just dropping Nice House on the Lake. I believe that series is just going to conclude. I don't think it's going to be an ongoing series, but he is going to finish Nice House on the Lake, and he's going to move on to other independent titles. So he is going to offer his new independent original titles through a subscription service called Substack. So you will be able to get a chance to read the digital comics that are released by him. He has a ton of great ideas. He wants to feature new and upcoming artists, bring on new writers, and of course, original ideas. He did also say that eventually there will be a printed collection of different comics that'll be available on Kickstarter. Let's just say that our household magically ended up backing James Tynion IV. I don't know how it happens. The dogs must have taken control all over again. Scott Snyder made a similar announcement that, of course, he's doing the upcoming series in Scotttober with Comixology, but he's also offering a 12-part series, I believe it is. Because I want to say there's a video coming out every single month where he's basically giving a tutorial on writing comics. We've seen on YouTube that he's done kind of a 10, sometimes 20-minute breakdown of different stories, how to do the introductions, the twists, the characters, and really build those storylines. So this will actually be even more in depth. Oh, I wanted to back this one so badly because I love kind of the analytical side that he gives to the writing concept, and it's freaking brilliant. He also said that if you choose a certain tier that you can get up to 4 live streams with Scott Snyder, which would be amazing. So maybe down the road I'll be able to join in on those because that's an amazing opportunity. Scott Snyder made the announcement, I believe, that morning. James Tynion's announcement came that afternoon. Since then, we've had announcements of digital subscriptions from Scottie Young and from InHyuk Lee. So some of them are offering more written content, some of them are offering tutorials, some of them are giving you more of an in-depth look into their art, for instance with InHyuk Lee. So it's incredible opportunities for us to get to know and really support the different artists and writers that we absolutely love. It's just really hard picking one, and not all. The other big one that is happening right now is MegaCon. Now, MegaCon is taking place in Florida, and yet pretty much everyone in the world of comics has backed out. We have Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, Donnie Cates, Mika Sawayan. I could continue with this list. I may just list it over here on one side. It's a pretty extensive list of people who have decided to back out of MegaCon. They all say that they will be attending New York Comic-Con, but the big question is, are Comic-Cons about to be put on hold again? Because if it's not safe for the artists, the writers, the celebrities to be there, then people are not going to be attending either. So this could be another turning point for Comic-Con. Okay, let's talk about Free Comic Book Day, which is coming out this Saturday, August 14th. I have a list of titles that I want to make sure I cover with you all, and the list is pretty big. Now, of course, Free Comic Book Day in the past, it was just you go to your LCS, they have them kind of all stacked up in a pile, and you grab, one for yourself, maybe one for your kid. Most of them are supposed to be kind of previews of series that they want you to then buy. Nothing wrong with that. So it's just a great little advertising way to get you started with a new series that maybe you wouldn't have bought issue number 1. This year, it's a little bit different because we didn't have a Free Comic Book Day last year with COVID. So a lot of different companies knew that this was their real chance to definitely kind of capitalize on the growth that comics have had since the beginning of COVID. Or I should say comic collecting. So the first one, most important, is Stray Dogs. If you see this at your LCS on Free Comic Book Day, it doesn't matter if you are not reading that series. Grab it. It's already worth $10 right now on eBay. I saw prices as high as $15. When that baby sells out, it will be worth more. The reason that it is worth so much is this is a prequel to the highly popular, everybody loves, including me, series Stray Dogs. There is a variant that is available. It's a bug variant that is already pre-selling for $20 on eBay. House of Slaughter. So this is the spin-off series to Something is Killing the Children. This is the prequel issue to that series. Again, already selling on eBay for $10. It's insane. It's a free comic book. We have Marvel Gold Avengers that's coming out. We have Lady Mechanika. So I've talked to you all in the past that Lady Mechanika is getting a reprint. We just had Volume 1 released this week on trade paperback. There's a hardcover coming out. So Image Comics is going to continue the series, and this is kind of giving you a hint of what will be happening now that Image has sort of taken over that title. I'm kind of curious to see if they give the characters some more complexity, or do they want to keep the tone and everything the exact same it was, just change the publisher. I'm curious. We Live is definitely one of the titles. I have not read this series. It's on my to-be-purchased trade paperback list, but there's a free comic book day issue. Of course I'm going to read it. There's the Silver Spider-Man Venom issue, which Spider-Man free comic book day issues have always kind of held their value a little bit better. There was one in particular that ended up becoming a key issue, so keep an eye out for that one. Red Room. You've heard my opinions on this series, so if you have young children with you and they pick up this comic, take it away from them. This is not a series for the faint of heart. It is not a series for people who do not like gore, who do not enjoy that kind of Saw type of horror story. So definitely mature readers. This comic, they have not told us if this is going to now start giving us some additional information about the Red Room, about the people who are controlling the Red Room. It just looks like it's continuing the series, maybe giving us a different storyline within the Red Room series. We don't have a lot of information, so I really don't know what to expect from this one, but just make sure you keep young readers away from that comic book. We have The Boys Herogasm, written by Garth Ennis, of course. The title, of course, is funny enough. The concept looked cute. I'm like, you know what? Why not? All right, we have the Blade Runner comic. Now, this one, I actually watched the San Diego Comic-Con interview that they did with the creators on this series. There's potential. There's an absolute ton of potential. You're talking about 4 people who are very, very passionate about the Blade Runner storyline. So this is actually meant to take place between Blade Runner Origins and Blade Runner 2029. It's going to fill in a couple gaps, and it looks like it's going to be a really great series, so I'm very curious to see what this Free Comic Book Day issue does to kind of give us a nice little teaser, and see if it's something that I'm going to end up grabbing, whether it's single issues or trade. The one that I'm also incredibly excited for, and you definitely should be grabbing, especially now that James Tynion IV is leaving Batman, is the Batman Free Comic Book Day issue. This is going to be a preview to the Fear Street series that is coming out very soon, and it's going to have a sneak peek into I Am Batman, which is the John Ridley series that features the next Batman. Suicide Squad Killer Shark. So we are going to get a sneak preview of the Suicide Squad Get Joker series that started last week. So if you did not grab it and you're kind of curious whether this is going to be your cup of tea, this will be a great chance to give it a quick glimpse into this. And it looks like this is going to tie into the Suicide Squad movie that just dropped on HBO Max or in theaters very recently. It looks like this could be a prequel to the movie. Really cool idea. Definitely featuring one of the new favorite characters that kind of came from the Suicide Squad movie, which is King Shark. Just Beyond Monstrosity. So Disney Plus is coming out with a TV series based on stories written by R.L. Stine. I love R.L. Stine. He is from Ohio, just like I am. Incredible guy. I grew up on the Goosebump and Fear Street books, so I love them. It's one of the many reasons I watched the Fear Street trilogy up on Netflix. So with that being so incredibly popular, and now R.L. Stine has a series that is coming to Disney Plus. Now, R.L. Stine, of course, is best known for some of the suspense that he can write into a storyline. So I am very curious what the story in general is going to do, and I'm wondering if it's going to be a little too much of the Goosebumps stuff, or if we're going to give little hints that we're heading towards Fear Street. Either way, I'm reading it. Black and Calexit. Now, many of you know there's the comic book series Black and the sequel White that just came out. So the concept behind it is that we find out that superheroes are black. And it kind of flips that idea on its head that most of our superheroes, of course, in the beginning of Marvel and DC were all white. So it shifts the power dynamic. And then it's a question of, well, what does the world become when that power dynamic has changed completely, when now we've introduced superheroes? And it's a race that has, of course, been, let's just say nicely, underappreciated. So, interesting idea. And what they're doing with this is they're giving us a prequel to the series Black. So if you did not get a chance to read Black or White, I have not, this is a good way to see if this is going to be your series or if it's just going to be too much, maybe too political. Calexit talks about, Brexit, where you have the British exiting the EU. Instead, we have California exiting the United States. There was a riot, there's a big kind of turn of events, and California is leaving the United States and becoming its own country. So it's Calexit. Could be really cool, could be just a fun idea, don't know. But again, it's free and it's just a great opportunity to check out a new series. Star Wars. So if you do have young readers with you and they are Star Wars fans, there are two options that are available for them. They have Star Wars The High Republic, and then they have Star Wars The High Republic Edge of Balance and Guardians of the Wills. Now, for those of you that do not have an LCS with Free Comic Book Day issues, yes, you can fight on eBay to try and get copies of these. So the fact that they're already worth so much before Free Comic Book Day has even arrived is a little crazy, but you can get copies. Just be prepared. Most LCSs have already anticipated that people are going to want to walk into the LCS and grab a huge chunk of Stray Dogs or House of Slaughter. So they have started limiting the comic books to one per person. So be prepared. The only other thing that I highly recommend is it does cost the comic book shops money to purchase the free comic books, even though they're giving it to you for free. So please consider purchasing something from your LCS while you are there as a thank you for offering all these amazing comics and just a way to appreciate them at the end of the day. It is going to be one heck of a week. So I guess the big question for you all is, which one of all of the things I've just told you about are you the most excited about? Because I say yes to all. This is Laura from Married with Comics, and I will see you all again very soon. Have a great day, everyone.